What up YouTube? Echo Grande representing here and back at it again with another Game of Thrones review. After the sad climax of last week's episode, I need a moment. Bran's still stuck in warg mode and Mira is dragging him through the forest. They're stuck in the middle of nowhere. Bran's getting some crazy flashes of things he's seen, like falling from the tower, things that he hasn't seen that have happened in the series, and things that have happened long before he was born. We get to see images of the Mad King. Looks like the undead are still chasing them down, but not before Bran comes out of his warg state. Bran and Mira hold each other and they embrace their untimely demise. And then Season 6 trophy winner for most badass introduction goes to this mysterious horse-mounted hooded figure who's wielding a friggin' ball of chain that's on fire. Listen, I don't care if that was a textbook Deus Ex Machina, that was kick-ass. He gets Mira and Bran on his horse and they ride off into the night. Gilly and Sam are on their way to the castle of Sam's father. Gilly's still looking as cute as ever. It's clear Sam is nervous as all get out. They're breaking down how Gilly and little Sam met Sam, cause Sam's father hates wildlings. Gilly is a little disappointed in that. I wonder why. When they arrive, they get a strangely warm welcome from Sam's mother and his sister. Gilly is also pretty culture shocked when Sam's sister tries to help her into a dress that she can wear for dinner. Hey Gilly, don't worry girl, I know your pain. One time during dress rehearsal in high school, I had to choose between if I wanted a skirt or a kilt for my night costume, and my ego kept getting in the way. Hey, at least I still got to wear some sweet tights that choked the hell out of my crotch during the show. They still clench every so often. The Sparrow and Tommen are discussing Marjorie's Walk of Atonement. Natalie Dormer, if you're watching this, I was just kidding about that Gilly cuteness stuff. Also, that Tinder profile that you saw is fake. My friend just pulled a prank on me. Ooh. We still on for that imaginary dinner? The Sparrow lets Tommen see Marjorie and they real talk for a bit. Marjorie starts to put her cunningness to work as she starts discussing her sinful ways. Hey Marjorie, do you remember last episode when you were talking to your brother and you were saying all like, if we give up, they win? Are you just sucking up to the Faith Militant at this point? Are you still the snake, beautiful snake, that we've come to know and love? Quiet dinner at the Tarley's place while Sam's father looks at Sam like all my ex-girlfriends look at me whenever I open my mouth. Sam's dad makes some great Cinema Sins grade points about why Sam is still fat. Gilly starts bragging about how Sam killed a ton of wildlings and a White Walker. Of course, no one believes her, and Sam's father starts to get suspicious about how they truly met. And Gilly confesses that she's a wildling. Sam's father introduces Heartsbane, the Valyrian sword of the Tarleys, or should I say, the lightsaber of the Game of Thrones universe. He continues to chastise Sam for mating with a wildling and calls little Sam a bastard. Sam's mom and sister get up and leave, calling their father out. But surprisingly, Sam's father lets Gilly and little Sam stay at Hornhill. But of course the catch is that that's the last night Sam gets to stay under his father's roof. Sam shares a little moment with little Sam. This isn't a funny scene. Sam leaves Gilly in their bedroom, but not before sharing a little kiss with her, looking very, very teary-eyed. The Sam that we all know and love. About time we get a little more depth into Samwell Tarly. But Sam busts back in, takes Gilly and little Sam with him, steals Heartsbane, and they all leave Hornhill together. Cut to Bravos, the play is still going, they're at the scene of Joffrey's poisoning. Arya's in the crowd enjoying the festivities. Cersei's actress delivers a very grieving speech, breaking out that Kevin Spacey level method acting. Arya, as she watches, starts to ponder her assassination, but ultimately she sticks to the plan and goes backstage, poisons the rum that Cersei's actress likes to drink. As she's trying to sneak out, the actress catches her and they share a little moment together. Arya gives her some grade A notes on her final speech, and the actress actually tries to give Arya an acting job. But before Arya can say anything, she takes off, knowing this girl is her hit. But before the actress takes her fatal sip, Arya returns, knocks the drink out of her hand, and blames it on another actress who had actually said at some point that she wanted to kill Cersei's actress. She flees, not knowing the wife was there to watch her fail. The wife goes back to Jaqen, who is sorely disappointed that Arya is still Arya, and sends the wife off to kill her. Not good. On the day of Marjorie's Walk of Atonement, Jaime stands by and watches as Mace Tyrell and his army approaches wearing his Hey, Mace, I thought your house words were going strong, not going strong. For those who haven't seen the episode and are masochistically spoiling themselves by watching this review first, Mace is wearing a peacock tail on his helmet. They lay siege on the Septon's steps and Jaime tries to challenge the Sparrow. And just as things are getting intense and I thought I was gonna see Robert Strong tear the tongue out of a faith militant soldier, the Sparrow calls off the walk. Out of fear, out of pride? No. Because Tommen says so. Things get all Hunger Games on us as the Sparrow announces an alliance between the Crown and the Faith, as Tommen and Margaery stand victoriously over everybody holding hands. Tommen deems Jaime a traitor and Jaime has to strip his armor down, and basically exiles him, not from the King's Guard, but from King's Landing. Most anticlimactic resolution ever. Then we cut to Walder Frey. He's chastising his men for losing River Run to the Blackfish. But he has an apparent ace in the hole as he brings Edmure Tully in, and I assume he's gonna use him as leverage so the Blackfish will surrender or yield River Run to him. Turns out Jaime is being sent to help in this little battle between Walder Frey and the Blackfish. But he's not going, as he tells Cersei he's gonna strike back against the Sparrows for stealing their son away from him. Cersei tells him about her trial by combat with using the Mountain as her champion, and she begs to have Jaime be at the head of the army that's going to take River Run back. Back to Beyond the Wall, we find out the hooded figure is Uncle Benjen. Benjen, where you been, buddy? You don't call, you don't write, you don't send a postcard from Beyond the Wall. We just keep hearing your name over and over and over and over. Turns out he was attacked by the White Walkers and almost turned into one, but the children stopped the change. And it turns out the Night King is planning his march on south of the wall. And Benjen tells Bran that when the Night King arrives, Bran must be ready. Really? We're putting the faith of the entire series conclusion in the hands of the one who started it all. Oh. In the desert, Dany is with Daario and all of her army, and she spots something in the distance. She leaves and tells everybody to wait for her. Before Daario goes out to look for her, yet again, Dany comes back riding on the back of Drogon. I believe this is the first time we've seen Drogon this entire season. And cue epic speech number 397 in Game of Thrones as Dany announces her charge on the Seven Kingdoms as the calls all root and cheer for her. Daario looking surprised as ever to see a dragon, and for some reason the closing shot is inside Drogon's mouth. Drogon, you got dental benefits? Does your mom have insurance for you? And so it seems that Dany is gonna finally make her charge on Westeros in about 10 seasons from now. While it didn't seem like much, it's only fair that this episode could get away with a little filler. The acceptable kind. Not, I want to be a faceless man, but I still want to be Arya, but I want to kill people, but I also want to hug my brothers again. I mean, granted that paid off finally, I don't know if it's going to end well for Arya or terribly. Considering it's the wife that's going after her, even with Arya at peak combat physicality, every time she fought the wife still beat her. So I'm a little worried there. But holy hell, those Sam scenes. I gotta say, my favorite part of this episode goes to everything that involves Samwell. I didn't think I was gonna admire the guy more than I already do, but those scenes were top notch. I mean, after that, we get a glimpse of his whole family and how much of a prick his dad really is. That's the kind of depth I want to see with everyone else. Jaime especially, because while he's more of a decent and likable guy, it still feels kind of shallow. I mean, he's still boning his sister. That just screams, put a red target on mine and my sister's heads. I'm sorry, but if they keep going like that, they're not going to be living much longer. Overall, still a pretty good episode. Arya is still Arya, and I knew that was coming. Didn't have to take a whole season and a half to do it. We get to see Dany in badass mode again, third time this season, and the return of Benjen, which I knew was coming, I just hope it pays off. I mean, if Bran's gonna be the one to end it all when he was the one that started it all, that could call for some pretty good television. Plus, we still have that infamous trial by combat to look forward to. Bastard Bowl, Clegane Bowl, Dragon Bowl, Cereal Bowl, I don't care. Just give me some action. Just keep those sand snakes out of my show and we'll get along just fine. Anyways, next week I know more is gonna go down, and I sure as hell will be there to review it for you all. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, this has been another Echo Review. My name is Matt, and I am signing out.